Today I'm going to be cutting this shirt, showing you guys how to cut it into a muscle tee. It's not that hard. This is just a Pepsi shirt. I got it at the thrift store for like $1 or less, I forget. I just thought that it was very iconic and plain and simple and would be very cute to wear with like some high-waisted shorts and some boots or Converse or something. So here we go, let's get started. To make a muscle tee, basically what you want to do is take off the sleeves. You're going to leave the neck the way it is, and you want to just take off the sleeves, but you don't want to cut into the shirt too much, or this side would stick out kind of in a weird way. So what I do is just make a little cut right next to the sleeve, and then make a cut just a little below the sleeve. I'm going to go like 2 inches. And I'm not going to cut in hardly at all. I'm just going to cut straight up. If you've never done this before, I'd recommend cutting on a hard surface because it's easy to cut things, like the comforter that it's sitting on. But I've cut a lot of these, and I always cut them on my comforter, so I'm kind of used to it. One day I'll have a hole in it, for sure. Okay, so there's one sleeve that's off. These are also really sharp scissors, which I totally recommend if you have them. They cut much shorter lines. Things like denim are pretty easy to cut straight in. Things like cotton shirts are very difficult, I find. So, okay. So the second side's a little harder, especially if you're just kind of winging it like I did. A lot of people draw on and stuff. I have a pretty good eye, and I'm not too worried about it. I can always just cut a little more or something, you know. So, I always look at the sleeve that I already cut off, and that's a pretty good judge of what I did, because the sleeves are the same on either side. So, make a little incision there. You measure it. Take this, about right there, there. This time, I'm going to show you a better way to do it. Just cut one layer at a time. It comes out much straighter. I should have done this on both sides. I just kind of blinked. Make sure your material is flat, otherwise you'll cut weird patterns. It's really easy to cut on the sleeve because there's this extra thicker like seam part that kind of acts as a guide for you to cut along. There we go. Oh, I messed up a little bit right there, but that's okay. Just cut that off. Okay, so now that you have your shirt, I'm just going to pull it so that the fabric gets kind of, and you can see how low that's already going. So and I only cut like 2 inches, so you don't want something that's going to, I mean, maybe you do. If you want something that's going to be all the way down to the sides, then. Okay, so I tried it on, and I really like it. It turned out really well. The armholes are the right length and everything. Its shirt is a little long, though. It's like longer than what would hit like a low-rise pant. So, I mean, if I were to cut it like here, it'd be a crop top, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to cut a little bit, like 2 or 3 inches off the bottom. That way, it'll fall better on my waistline. It just depends how long of torso you have, how long the shirt is to start. So, this is very straightforward. Again, sharp scissors really does help, otherwise it's really easy to get jagged lines. So, I'm just going to make a little cut where I want it, and I'm just going to eyeball it, to tell you the truth. It helps, like I'm pulling on this side, it helps to pull it tight. Use and pull this tight. There we go. How it turned out. This isn't like a great outfit or anything, but it's probably how I'd wear it. It's just some high-waisted shorts, some Converse, and then the shirt I cut. So you can see how it hits. Here's my belly button, and it hits right about there. And it's not too low on the sides, but it's perfect, and I paired this bandeau with it. So it kind of brings up the blue and the Pepsi. There you go. Okay, so this is the next shirt I'm going to cut. It's like a Grateful Dead Dancing Bear shirt. There we go. So it's just a fun little shirt. I've worn it a lot. It's just a plain t-shirt. This one I'm going to take out the neckline because it's a very tight neckline, and you can see it has a few bleach spots and weird things about it, so we'll see how it goes. So first I'm going to start by taking off the neckline. To take off the neckline, you want to make sure you have even inches away from it as you go. If you just want it a little looser, you just cut directly next to this, but I want this one kind of slouchy, maybe off the shoulder or something. So I'm going to take it not too far. You still don't want to take it too far. Just about an inch off either side. To make 2 little slits and then just start on one. Now, only cut the front when you're doing the neckline, because the back you don't necessarily want as low as you want the front, because, well, for obvious reasons. So with the back, I'm just going to cut pretty much straight across, because I don't really need anything taken off the back. It's not like the back is too high on me, you know? Okay, so that's pretty even, I think. So you're just going to pull that like I did the last one, and it'll kind of roll. And there you go, you don't have a neckline anymore. If you put this in the dryer, it will roll more, which makes it, I think, nicer. I'm also going to take a little of the sleeve off, just because the sleeves are kind of long. They don't look that long, but on my arms, I don't have huge arms or anything, so they're kind of long. So I'm just going to take like 1.5 inches maybe off. It's just really up to you. And I recommend with this, first of all, you can cut through both the layers at the same time, so these are pretty easy to cut, and they're not too noticeable. And with this, I recommend just taking off a little bit at a time, and you can always make them shorter. You can make it into a tank top. You can do whatever you want. So this side I'm going to measure just so it's roughly the same as the first one I did. So it just gives it a more of a vintagey, relaxed look too. You know, it's structured in a t-shirt. Again, like I decided with the last top, sorry, my bed is creaking, I just wanted it a little shorter than it is, so I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom, but this one I'm going to do a little differently. I'm going to cut it a little rounded, so I'm going to start right here, not that much, like you're only going to round it down a teeny bit. See, I've done rounding by there. And you can cut pretty much straight across until you get about 1/2 inch from the other side. And you can round it up a little on this side too. This one's harder to eyeball. I'd actually recommend cutting this one, just to get the roundings even. I mean, drawing this one, but it actually looks pretty good. Oh, missed a little. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to pull it tight again, and I'll show you guys what this looks like.
Here's the second one. I just kept the same outfit on, just so you can kind of see. It hits about the same place. I kind of like that place. It's kind of like not too short if you're wearing low-waisted, but perfect if you're wearing high-waisted at the same time. And you can see this neckline is much more open. You could wear it off the shoulder. I probably wouldn't, but I might if I got kind of lazy, you know. And the sleeves are cut. You can see how this sleeve's rolled. This sleeve isn't really, but if you just pull it, it goes right up. And once I wash them and stuff, it should be fine. And then I have my same Converse on.